All right, question number 4, we have 2 parts. This one says about 6% of the population of a large country is hopelessly romantic. If 2 people are randomly selected, what is the probability both are hopelessly romantic? What is the probability at least one is hopelessly romantic? Assume the events are independent. Okay, so here they tell us the events are independent. So we got 2 parts. Part A, the probability that both will be hopelessly romantic. So we are told 6% of the population is hopelessly romantic. So that is the probability of being hopelessly romantic. So we have person 1, which we've been using E and F for events. So the probability this first person is a hopeless romantic is 0.06. You're going to change that 6% to a decimal. The probability that this second person, we'll call him person F, is also a hopeless romantic is 0.06. It's the same. That's the probability. What's the probability of them both being a hopeless romantic? So this is the notation that we use in the textbook, E and F. The probability that they both happen at the same time, because they're independent, it would just be 0.06 times 0.06. Okay, so from here, we can just multiply 0.06 times 0.06, and then we'll find the probability. Sorry, got my calculator on the other screen. I'm gonna clear this out. 0.06 times 0.06. All right, so we get 0.0036. We want to round to 4 decimal places, so we'll just type that whole thing in. And so we get 0.0036. All right, and then we have part B, the probability at least one is a hopeless romantic. So the probability of being a hopeless romantic is 0.06. I'm going to use this symbol for complement. The probability that they are not, so I'll say E complement, sometimes you might see a bar. The probability they're not, it's going to be the opposite, the part that makes it 100. So if you think about 1 minus the probability of being a hopeless romantic, you get the probability that you're not, which is going to be 94%. So the probability that someone is not a hopeless romantic is 0.94. And at least one, if you look at that preview or general description in the beginning, the probability of at least one being a romantic would be equal to 1 minus the probability that neither one of them is a hopeless romantic. So there's 2 people, so I'm just going to take that probability they're not a hopeless romantic, and we're going to square it because we're talking about 2 people. So take away the chance of them being a hopeless romantic, and we get the chance that they both are. So this will be 1 minus 0.94 squared. This will give us a probability that at least one. So the probability that none are is 1 minus the probability, the probability at least one is 1 minus the probability that none are. So we're going to do this part. It'll be 1 minus 0.94, and we're going to square that because we're dealing with 2 people, and that's going to give us 0.1164.